Intelligence. Congressman Greg Steube joins me. Good evening, sir.
Hey, good evening.
Also, I should say, reporters at the Justice Department, Attorney General Pam Bondi has just announced the formation of a strike force to assess the evidence publicized by the ODNI about that Tulsi Gabbard has just released, and it's about the alleged weaponization of the intelligence community. So tell me, where do you stand on all this?
Well, I mean, irrefutable evidence is a key word in all of this, where there is irrefutable evidence that President Obama and all of his intelligence apparatus created a lie to the American people and the intelligence community that there was some type of Russian collusion hoax with Trump. It was a complete fabricated lie. The mainstream media ran with it for years. It was Russia, Russia, Russia for years, and it was based on a complete fabricated lie. And now we have evidence before the American people of that. She has referred that information to the DOJ. And so I hope that Pam Bondi and the strike force are going to look very seriously at charging these individuals on conspiring on treasonous behavior to the American people to go after President Trump.
I want this out in the open, this investigation, this strike force, because I think that, I think the American people are entitled to transparency, however the cards fall. But, it's interesting is that some of the attempted weaponization was so evident right before the election when those 51 so-called intel representatives signed that letter saying that that the Hunter Biden laptop had the earmarks of Russian mischief. They handed it to the Politico, and Politico published it, and then everybody took it and went hog wild with it as though it were all true. And for 4 years, all 51 of those kept their security clearance, when if any one of the 51 had called over to the FBI, and they're all chummy in this town with the FBI, they would have found out that 9 months earlier, they had seized that laptop, and they knew it was not a Russian mischief, but it was Hunter Biden's laptop.
Yeah, they knew 100% that it was Hunter Biden's laptop. And then again, they released that statement. And thankfully, President Trump has come along and taken away their security clearances. But again, you have the deep state working against President Trump and Republicans to discredit a lot of this information. And that story, suppressing the Hunter Biden laptop story, actually did affect the election outcome. And we know that is a fact. So I hope that the DOJ and Pam Bondi is going to look strong and hard at all of these different factual premises of these different intelligence apparatus to be able to bring charges against these individuals for conspiring against the American people. It wasn't just President Trump. It was the American people that put him in place, and they were undermining that with lies perpetuated by the intelligence community. And so I genuinely hope that Pam Bondi is going to do what she can do to bring charges on all these people.
All right. Well, you speak about charges, and I'm not there yet. I mean, I first want to see the information, and where I back it up from you is that, the strike force, it's got to be done in the public eye. It cannot be done behind closed doors, because half the population is going to think it's a conspiracy by the other side. There is just no way anyone is going to have any confidence unless the American people actually get to see this themselves. I'd actually rather see the investigation not done by a strike force, but ship it out to Kansas and get 15 regular Americans to look at it. Get a nurse, get a doctor, get a dentist, get a farmer, get some people who don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, and it was interesting. There was recently a poll that showed that like a large percentage of Democrats still believe the Russian hoax collusion theory, which is completely based on a lie. So I think they're going to do everything they need to do to bring this forth to the American people. I would imagine this was just a report. I would imagine there's a lot of underlying evidence to support that. There's people that were working at the intelligence communities that you can bring and testify and depose those people during this period of time to bring a lot more information to the American people. And you're right. We are owed transparency. We are owed the truth as the American people, and we should put that all out there and let these...
And it doesn't have to be done in a skiff or hidden behind classified. We're all big girls and big boys at this point. This should be out in the public 100%, or it will not be resolved or solved to anyone's satisfaction. Congressman Greg Steube, thank you, sir, for joining me.
You have to declassify the evidence so that you can do that.
Well, then do it. I mean, that's a simple. I mean, like, what's the big secret? I mean, there are way too many secrets in this town. It's, let's just declassify it. Tulsi Gabbard declassified a lot of documents on Friday at the direction of the president, so let's have it. Let's stop the secrets. Anyway, Congressman Greg Steube, thank you, sir.
Good to see you.